One night in mid-September 1996, pilots of the Hungarian Air Force were on a routine patrol when radar systems detected something that shouldn't have been there, an unidentified object moving and maneuvering in ways that defied the laws of aerodynamics, appearing out of nowhere. After the radar detected the unusual movement, a collision occurred somewhere in a wooded area near the town of Papa. One of the soldiers present at the incident later uttered only one sentence years after the event. "What we found that night was not of this world." What exactly happened in Hungary 30 years ago? We bring you documents and findings that have leaked to the public. When the military arrived at the crash site, they expected to find the wreckage of a craft, possibly of a reconnaissance nature. However, what they actually encountered was completely unexpected. The metal structure was burned on the outside, while the interior remained almost intact, with no recognizable markings or technological features. Near the craft were two bodies. One showed no signs of life, while the other displayed minimal signs of vitality. The beings were small, about 1 meter tall, with elongated heads and dark eyes. According to available documents, one of the extraterrestrial beings survived for a period in a strictly guarded military base, but it never spoke a language understandable to humans. In documents leaked to the public via Hungarian journalist and researcher János Kalmár, it stated, "Communication with the being was impossible. The strange creature tried to move but was too exhausted. Soldiers placed it in a special container and transported it in an unknown direction." The documents further note, over 5 days there was one attempt to establish some interaction between it and humans. The being did not respond to any experiment. It seemed to harbor anger due to captivity or try to communicate telepathically. All attempts were unsuccessful, and the experience with this phenomenon was limited. A telepathy expert could not be present due to strict confidentiality. There was concern that its presence could alter behavior during long-term confinement, potentially allowing it to develop some ability, which it could combine with cosmic energy to attempt an escape. Among the soldiers, some expressed concern over this situation. Although the being remained relatively calm, it seemed aware that it could escape captivity at any moment. The government also had theories about the alien spacecraft. Its propulsion unit was a machine of unknown principle, likely using or producing magnetic effects. Opinions among researchers were divided. Some believed that movement alone did not generate the required energy for the unit, but that it was supplemented by energy from space. There were suspicions of the presence of force lines, energy channels, or other physical conduits. There was also concern for witnesses. One witness disappeared, and according to available ufology literature, he was cautious enough to anticipate what would follow. Ultimately, the event was classified as Operation Second Object, and everything related to it was to remain hidden from the public. Later, decisions were made regarding the fate of the flying object and the living extraterrestrial brought to the base. It was not just a matter of what was important to release in other cases. The rest of the information had to remain secret. What makes this information particularly intriguing is the fact that almost no data about it exists online. However, there is official evidence from 1996 confirming the crash of a plane, and among the documents, pilot Attila Doboj is mentioned. It is confirmed that a MiG-21 with registration number 5822 crashed on September 18, 1996, near Adastevel/Papa. The pilot, Doboj Attila, successfully ejected. This is recorded in Hungarian sources on incidents. As for the incident, some Hungarian researchers, such as János Kalmár, claimed that something like this occurred, and that a specimen has been kept in Hungary. Kalmár also stated that there is a UFO in Hungary, where a little gray has been detained since 1996. Although he has not seen it himself, He has been to the place where the alien has been kept for 27 years. But the story does not end there. Witnesses claim that the files about this incident disappeared, and everyone involved in the operation received strict orders never to speak about it. Years later, traces of this incident were almost completely erased. What happened to the being that survived? Was it moved to another military base, perhaps even outside Hungary? If so, who decided its fate? And the craft? Was it human-made, some secret technology tested far from public eyes? Or did it truly come from beyond our planet? If it was extraterrestrial, did we ever decipher its technology? And the most important question, if they came once, have they ever truly left? This entire story is shrouded in mystery. What is your opinion on this event? After all this information, judge for yourself what is true. If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe to the channel because the story has only just begun.